Dane, this topic is specifically for you, and that is video games are beating movies at their own game.
Dane.
Imagine my shock.
Get out of town.
No way.
Get out.
So it says, after 15 years of false starts, Uncharted has finally come to the big screen. A film adaptation starring Tom Holland as Nathan Drake is in theaters now, kicking off PlayStation's expanded media strategy. I can literally hear like the rich, stuffy guy in the suit in the boardroom giving his expanded strategy speech to the other members of the board, all full of corporate speak. It's like, and it's gonna have synergy and corporate government, all those words that you only hear CEOs say.
Sweet use of synergy, bro.
Thank you. It's gonna have tons of corporate synergy. It's gonna go from the PlayStation in their homes to the PlayStation on their screens to the PlayStation in their movie theaters. It's gonna be tons of corporate synergy.
I love it.
So it says it has everything you'd expect from a big budget blockbuster: bankable stars, flashy set pieces, and some comical product placement. The Papa John's product placement in Uncharted was hilarious.
There was a Papa John's one.
No spoilers.
Oh yeah, there was a Papa John's.
A whole scene happens in a Papa John's, and Miracle says there was a Papa John's one. I guess that means they did a good job because Miracle doesn't remember. But let's just say, if it was not product placement, Miracle, it would happen at random pizza place number 1 with random settings number on the tables. Not like he's picking a guy up and there's like a perfectly placed Papa John's cup so you can see the logo like right in the shot.
Okay, but basically what happens is they go to Spain, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, they're in Spain.
They went to Spain, and apparently Spain has a Papa John's.
Dude.
Hey, when I was in Spain, you can get beer at McDonald's there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't drink anymore.
Let's go now.
But let's go.
Oh my God. We
The
should just
millennial urge to say let's go before doing just about everything.
Dude, yesterday was like, little parenthesis. Yesterday was like the finals of like the Capcom Pro Tour for Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And it was like sponsored by Arby's. And like, we're just talking about like terrible ad placement. And they had the commentators for that be like, that's a great matchup. It kind of reminds me of Arby's meaty sandwiches. All of the meats.
No.
And I was like,
Count me in.
I will never go to Arby's now. Do you guys understand
I love Arby's.
marketing? I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like, had you watched this, you'd be like, I think I'm going to go to Quiznos.
Yeah. But no, it's funny because I think Key and Peele made a skit about it where
Key and Peele, not Key and Pill.
Sorry. I can't even right now. I'm
Sorry.
dying. But yeah, so they made a skit about that where like every Super Bowl. No, it was Adult Swim where they said basically every Super Bowl commercial you'll see, and it's just the commentators like advertising for every food restaurant or product placement.
It was so good because they got a bunch of like players to be like, since it's like COVID time,
Yeah.
they got a bunch of players to be like as the audience, and they had to like react like, oh my God, Arby's, Jesus Christ, you're changing my life. And then they had like the review of Street Fighter 6 and their mics were muted. So you can just see their fake California reactions to this. They were all like,
My favorite thing on YouTube is like reaction channels where they're like over the top, like
Reactor.
Well, like I know Korea, they like doing the overreacting because
I love them. I it's a soft spot for me. Like I love watch people reacting to Bill Burr comedy is the greatest thing
Oh my God.
on earth. It's incredible.
Did you see his Philly rant?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Watch watch any of the Bill Burr skits and then watch people reacting to it. You'll get addicted.
I bet.
So it says the film adaptation of Uncharted underlies an awkward reality for Hollywood when it comes to big budget spectacles. Movies are no longer the best way at delivering action. Video games have superseded them after over a decade of trying to emulate them. See, look at Dane's face. Imagine my shock. When Uncharted, Drake's Fortune first launched in 2007, it was an ambitious release. It captured the treasure hunting thrill of Indiana Jones and put it in an 8-hour-long video game. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't a perfect first draft. Who can forget the zombie-like descendants? But it was a turning point for the industry. It showed that video games could be more than mindless fun, with strong writing, well-developed characters, and spectacular action. Developer Naughty Dog would spend the next decade sharpening its skill set with every game. Uncharted 2, Amongst the Thieves, ratcheted up the thrills, opening the game with an unforgettable train sequence that still wows to this day.
Really good game.
So they just go through. It says the games are so immersive and already so cinematic. The action is beyond movie quality. Fleischer told me when he spoke. And Fleischer, that's Ruben Fleischer. He's the director of the film. It's the last part that sticks with me the most. But he's right. As graphics have gotten better and budgets have ballooned, games like Uncharted 4 now present players with unrestricted excitement. There's seemingly no limit to what games can deliver, bending the rules of reality and physics to create inventive sequences on a massive scale. One thing I've noticed is like I am a addicted IMDb-er. Whenever I'm watching something, I am looking up who's in it. I mean, one of the reasons like people ask me like, why do you know so much about these industries, especially for somebody who's like not in the industry itself. But I've noticed over the last 10 years, when you see a lot of these voice actors, the more talented voice actors that get a lot of work, it used to be all animated movies, but more and more of that industry is gobbled up by them doing video game roles. They're working on video games constantly because there's just more money dumped into it. There's more projects coming out all the time. So it says some things just work better in a video game. In a video game too, that's another thing we've learned. For like me and Miracle are very partial to DC in the animated film universe to live action, because the comic book genre just works better in animated. You can do things that actually bring them from the comic panel to the screen better than you could live action. It just doesn't work the same. It gets lost in translation. And video games are becoming a place where now not only is it interactive, the cutscenes are basically a movie anyways. So
also, how do I put this? When you add, sometimes movies add features. I don't know if features is the word, but they add effects, or they add like, and now played by The Rock, you know, they add like more things to like make the viewing experience more linear. Whereas video games, since the experience isn't linear, you can do the things on your pace and the way that you want, so you consume your media in a way that you enjoy.
So just the nature of the storytelling is so different from one genre to the other that they don't translate as well.
Correct. So like you'll do all the things that you like. You'll avoid all the things that you dislike if you can.
Yep.
And like with movies, like everyone has the same experience from beginning to end.
Yep. I mean, you may interpret it differently, but it's projected the same way. So then they go into here about the interactive factor. They says games upping their visual capabilities only puts them on par with movies, but it's the interactivity that gives them a real edge. After all, it's more fun to feel like you're the action hero than to watch someone else have all the fun. There's something to be said about that.
Also, I think the reason why I think video game movies typically don't do well. Often video game fans, they obsess about like who should actually play the character everywhere in the movie. They never get the person. They never get the actual person.
Nope.
Like I think for the Uncharted movies, there's been for the Uncharted games, there's been a bunch of discussion of who should be like Nathan Drake. I mean, I love the kid, but it wasn't him.
Yeah.
That they weren't like talking about him.
And the studio has to look at it from a different perspective. Like a lot of the actors that I suggest for parts are usually TV actors that I've seen do very, very strong work, but they don't have the bankability that a movie star is going to have.
I just wish they understood if you took it with the seriousness that like Marvel did when they were like doing the Spider-Man movies and whatnot, and do that with video games, like with the budget and with the actors. Like, for example, my dream in life is for there to be like a 4 or 3-part movie series about Final Fantasy VI, my favorite video game. There's a villain in that game that's famous. It's called Kefka. He's like a mad clown. You can do a mad clown really bad. Like you could get Jared Leto to be like Jared Leto and like ruin it, or you can get a method actor, right? Like what's his name? He was Batman in Christopher Nolan movies.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is one of the greatest actors of all time.
Actually,
incredible method actor.
You could probably get Cillian Murphy to do that. Who played Scarecrow in those
He'd also
movies.
but these are like tier 1 actors.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. A lot of the actors that I end up thinking would be great for things are not tier 1 actors. They're television level actors that I've seen give strong performances that echo aspects of whatever I'm looking to see get made. So they're not going to draw the fans in, so they're never going to get that role.
People that take the source material seriously are obviously number 1, but also people that get into it. Yeah. And like Cillian Murphy is like an actor like that.
Yep.
Well, how would you feel if
he's playing Robert Oppenheimer in the new movie about the guy who split the atom.
That seems awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep, that's a new Nolan movie.
Yeah, but how would you feel if they didn't cast Tom Holland and they cast like Robbie Amell? You know the
Robbie Amell's not a big enough star.
I don't know who that is.
He's Stephen Amell's cousin.
cousin.
He was on the show, not Being Human. He was on Tomorrow People.
Yeah.
He played Firestorm on Legends of
Here's the
Tomorrow.
He's also the actor for the babysitter.
Stephen Amell would have been a great actor for. Stephen Amell is ripped.
Yeah.
Here's another thing they can do, and I'm sorry I'm like taking long on this.
No, you're
Here's another
okay.
thing they can do. Games have easy, memorable parts, usually because they're difficult. If you can somehow convey,
The difficulty.
right,
Yeah.
within the movie itself, was like, oh, that was the part most people got stuck on, and like a little like, oh man, I was stuck there for hours. That'd be hilarious.
That'd
You
be
know,
really interesting.
Yeah, because like they just try to want to make it a movie, but they forget the source, right? So like, remember your source material, respect it,
Yep.
get high quality, like you know how Papa John's get high quality ingredients, get
Yeah.
high quality actors,
Yep.
high quality scenes, high quality dialogue. It'll be good. But if you keep just being like, he's a cute boy, why don't you put him on it? No, dude,
Yep.
because like the people that want to watch this didn't come for the cute boys.
To be fair, Tom Holland isn't like he
He's
he
cool.
bulked up like a lot, but
He's
he's still,
jacked.
but he's just his voice. He sounds like he's 12 years old.
yeah, and like,
Like-
Nathan-
as somebody who hates the sound of his own voice, I'm not trying
Same.
to be rude.
no, but like, and Nathan Drake in the movie he's kind of seems like 30 something ish.
Tom Holland is very clearly in his early 20s.
Has
Well-
lived life, you know,
Yeah.
has like
Well, they did like make a joke. They poke fun at him in the beginning part where he's like, "Aren't you a little bit young to work at a bar?"
Yes.
Because like he looks like a little.
they
kid.
have to poke, but that's the thing. They got the It Boy to do the movie. They thought that was gonna be good. It's like, guess what? He looks somewhat like him, acts nothing like him.
Yeah.
So this is just a Tom Holland movie.
Yep.
This isn't
Yeah.
Uncharted.
It's-
It's a Tom Holland
It's
movie.
It's Peter Parker without superpowers.
He's wearing Uncharted blackface.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Think of it that way. You know, like it's like
Uncharted face.
he's Uncharted face.
He's Uncharted face.
Yes.
Okay. Dane has left the building.
Yes, we've got one more topic to cover here.
And I'm canceled.
No, that's everything you just said was perfect. Like
It
that's
was perfect.
I-
I just wouldn't choose blackface as a description.
Okay, well,
He's like, you didn't hire me to be.
you didn't hire me, period.
Yeah.
Miracle didn't hire me.
So-
I did it.
Okay,
Brett
so
did.
Miracle, I want your opinion on this.
Kissing. Kissing.
No, I know you love the show Hannibal.
Yes, I do.
The show Hannibal was the criminally underrated ABC show
Mm-hmm.
from 2013, I believe, 2014.
All the way to the last
and-
season was good.
Yes, it's about the character of Hannibal Lecter, and the back and forth race he has with Hugh Dancy's character, what's the name of that character in the show? It's
It's not.
No, it's not. But so we've got it's been almost 7 years since NBC canceled Hannibal. So it's the agent who's after Hannibal, and Hannibal he's seeing Hannibal as his therapist and doesn't realize that Hannibal's the guy he's searching for. It's crazy. It says, and yet the
Oh,
enthusiasm.
it's Will.
Will
Graham.
Will Graham. Hugh Dancy and Mads Mikkelsen. Mads Mikkelsen is obviously, when you talk about tier 1 actors, I would put Mads Mikkelsen up there as a tier 1 actor. I would actually say that back in the day, Hugh Dancy would have qualified as that as well. I don't know.
But he's too short. That's
And also,
what they're going to make.
he's definitely a tier 1 actor, and he's a guy they often get for video games because he has a very like
distinct look.
distinct looking face.
Yes.
So again, top tier quality actors taking the source material seriously.
It's also funny because he's also very like vocal about how he only does Hollywood stuff for the money. Like he likes to act in projects. I don't know if he's Danish or where he's from, but he likes to do like his local like productions, but he does the Hollywood stuff because it's financially beneficial.
God
I love
bless.
that.
Oh, do
So
you want me to search up what race he is?
That's not his race, Miss.
But-
That's his. Just look up where Mads Mikkelsen is from.
He's from Denmark.
Okay, so Danish. Yeah,
He's
so
a Dane.
He's a
That's
great. He's a
cute.
great Dane. So it says, creator Brian Fuller, stars Mads Mikkelsen and Hugh Dancy, along with millions of fans all over the world, haven't been shy in voicing their desires to see the stylish psychological thriller brought back in some capacity. And there was even some genuine hope for that while Netflix could step in and make it a reality. After Hannibal reigned as one of the most watched episodic efforts on the platform for weeks after being added to the library. Yeah, it went on to Netflix right as COVID was starting and got this huge bump in viewership. Also, they didn't mention Lawrence Fishburne in like a not guest starring, but like supporting role in this show.
Yeah, that's a big role.
So it says, as it stands, the season 3 finale. Oh, and
What?
who else?
What?
It's got No, never mind. It's fine.
I don't know what you're
It's
trying
fine.
What?
As it stands,
Talking about Hannibal, who else was in there?
so it says, as it stands, the season 3 finale still marks the end of the road as we know for Hannibal, and Fuller is starting to regret that he didn't end things on a note that Fannibals, get it? They're fans of Hannibal? Fannibals?
It's great. I love it. 10 out of 10.
That Fannibals have fantasized about for years. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly, the filmmaker admitted that he's been getting to wish that Hannibal and Will Graham's final on-screen moments together had been sealed with a kiss. No.
Would it have
no.
made sense?
This is pandering.
No. Because legit in that show, there's like a hint of gay.
But
There's a hint of gay.
Pitch a gay.
The point is that it's a hint, and that's why it works, because it's done so quietly, so
Yeah.
deftly. It is left up to interpretation, and that's the beautiful thing about the art of it. No,
One of my
you are
favorite-
wrong.
One of my favorite classes of all time was a theater class, and what they would say is that all the best media shows and doesn't tell.
Exactly. Show, don't tell.
Right.
Show, do not tell. In this, you could have implied
I know.
that you do not need them to just blah it on the screen or have them say some stupid line. But it's one of these things where it's like, in today's day and age, I bet you 7 years ago, he didn't actually care. Like
Mm-hmm.
7 years ago, he loved that it was left open to interpretation because that's the artist and the director. Now I'm putting words into his mouth. This is what I'm guessing was his thought process.
Your
Otherwise,
lived experience.
it's what I think is like, he's an artist. He's created clearly if you've ever seen the show Hannibal, it's an artistic endeavor.
It's really
it's
pretty.
beautifully shot. It's beautifully made. It's made by an auteur director. So there's no way that this guy wanted something as blatant as to just change what had been done through the whole project.
Can you just do a cutscene where they kiss? Please.
I'm just saying, like, nobody cares about characters being gay or not. We care about them taking away the art of it for a 10-second bit of pandering that nobody will it literally makes it less impactful.
If the author's a artiste, there could have been a way for him to do it. And is he repeating like a desire from the author? Because Miracle's really into
Yes,
it. Miracle really wants this. Like
I
Miracle,
want it.
but is this like a thing that has been discussed in the fandom?
Yes.
Yeah, I followed
That's why
this
he's mentioning it.
Yeah, because I followed this artist when I used to have Instagram, where she made fan art where it's like hinting like in each season where Hannibal really wants Will to follow him. He's like, oh my god, he's following me. I love him. Oh, please notice me. I'll kill you, bitch.
And I get the whole wanting a resolution, and like a kiss could be that.
Yeah, but
So-
no, I
The whole
love how
point
it
is that-
ends. Like how Brett is saying, the ending was beautifully done because basically they run away together.
Yeah.
They run away together from the cops because Will finally broke and he's like, okay, Hannibal, wherever you want to go, let's go.
Okay,
Says there were several takes.
that sounds better.
And there was never any actual lip locking, but there was a lingering in one take where Mad's lips parted, hovering over Will's mouth in a way that went on for a while. While I was watching dailies, it seemed like an eternity. The issue for me there
It's more
was,
erotic.
was always I didn't want it to make their love story expectational or artificial or forced. Exactly. What I hate about the media we live in today, people are so surface level that any opinion that I'm sharing right now will be seen as somehow anti this or anti that.
I don't think so.
No, it's pro art.
Yeah.
I just want them to kiss. Can you do beep, beep, beep? I just want it. I want it so badly. I love how the show ended. I love the show like hardcore. Like
I can tell.
Mads playing as Hannibal. I will watch it over and over again. And I
If
love
you really wanted to like just make Miracle's insides just explode to the outside, have a show of like Hannibal with Constantine, and she might actually just explode from the midsection outward.
Here's
Wait.
hoping.
wait, who's gonna kill who first? Because I want to see that show actually happen. Who kills who
She
first?
might actually orgasm all over the entire world. Like she might cover the world in orgasm.
Ew.
Wow.
Yes, I know.
Ew, that's gross. Delete that.
It says nope. I always wanted it to be organic, but if I had to do it again, I might suggest to kiss and see how it played. But neither of the actors were afraid of going there. If there was any concerns, it was always about remaining authentic. That certainly was my goal because yes, I absolutely wanted to see them kiss. They would be wank bank. That would be wank bank material for the best of us. And your artist director cred just went.
That would be wank bank.
That's what it says. That would be wank bank material
This
for
is
the
your
rest of us.
artist director, dude.
He's if you get a chance, just go look up clips of the show
I
Hannibal.
mean, he's being cute. He's being funny.
yes.
You know?
But clips from Hannibal just alone, it's so artsy fartsy. I love it because
And
it.
earlier, what I meant to say was Gillian Anderson as
Oh.
as Hannibal's therapist.
Mhm.
Yes,
Jillian.
Okay.
she's Scully from the X Files.
I didn't know what you were trying to point
Yes.
at. Like, you
But-
should have gave me more hints.
But I was just trying to maintain authenticity in the moment. The shots that's in there felt like the most authentic, and it felt like it struck the right balance. But if I could go back in the editing room, I might do something differently now. That feels like pandering to me.
No, you know what? I'm gonna try to defend this person because, like, do you remember Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the most iconic scene?
The upside down kissing.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
not even close.
Mhm.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought that because for what I'm hearing about this, like, it's all about the relationship, like,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a relationship that was built up so well
Yeah.
that a kiss,
But it's not inherently romantic.
Well,
and the actors were like, they were like, hey, we can go there.
mm-hmm.
Maybe there would be like, we could have had a scene like that.
Yeah, well, it starts off like a game of cat and mouse, and then like Hannibal does like lead on Will. He's like, "Come and get me."
It's kind of hard beating Kirsten Dunst in the rain, but
Mhm.
The point is, though, this is a cat and mouse game of like a law enforcement and serial killer that becomes quasi erotic, but
Yeah.
it's not inherently played as a relationship. It's their back and forth,
Well, there's a scene.
chase.
So Dane, to like draw out the scene. So there's a scene. I forgot what season it was, but basically Will has a dream where he's sitting in a dining room, like this long dining table with Hannibal, and then Hannibal's like coming towards him, and then like they're just talking. He touches his face like a certain way, like he caresses his face until like he slices his head open to expose his brain, and he like picks at his brain. So it's like very erotic, but also like
yeah.
But this is
Still
what I'm
it's
saying.
not.
in character.
Putting the kiss in there actually finalizes it in a way that I think detracts from the art of it all. Like, it is done so well in
Yeah.
its suggestive material that putting a final piece on it actually does it a disservice.
it.
But don't you think that if this is the kind of director that has a show that's like that, the kiss would have also been,
it would have been a nice
artistic.
touch.
It
too.
would have been. It would have been like a National Lampoon fan Wilder, like.
Perhaps, but I think that he's Monday morning quarterbacking his own work
Yeah,
here.
I
That
mean-
he's. I think it was.
This is
they got-
fan
they-
service. Look
yes.
at Miracle. Look how hyped
I,
up she is.
I
This is fan
love
service.
it. I love it.
She's losing her shit. Like, this is fan service. It's what it is.
Go like you just get the $2 and
Okay, settle down.
Calm down.
No, this is the only time I fangirl over shit.
That or when we're talking about Pokemon buses.
Oh my god.
Pokemon buses.
No, it's a Pokemon train car. It's so cute. I love it.
Okay.
The only thing I can ever do to get Miracle excited is to show stuff that she thinks is quote cute.
Well, like I love this show because like it really picks out your brain. Like, is he gonna catch him? And then when they finally when Will finally solves the case, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm running away with you." He like gives
Sounds
up.
good. I want to watch it.
It's super good. It's on Netflix, all the seasons, and like do watch the intro like for the first season. It's so artistically done because like it's kind of like how in Abe Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer, where like they do the blood splatter and it makes into the map of the USA, but this one it makes a map into Hannibal's name.
Guys, I'm declaring the first pop culture crisis. Dude, I always call it PCC in my head. Pop culture crisis contest. Send me your Netflix logins, and whoever wins lifetime of gratitude from me. Yes, that is right. Lifetime gratitude from Dane.
Imagine
also
that. In the state of California, you can't do that. It's illegal.
Yeah, well, I'm not in
Well,
California.
we ain't in
so-
the state of California.
Well, I'm just warning people who live in the state of California.
Do I look like I'm robbing a Walgreens? No, I'm not in California.
But
Miracle.
I love this show.
She
so
loves
much.
She loves the show. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.